Hi there, welcome back to my shop. I was recently approached by a company called Per Gear, who asked if I would be interested in taking a look at the Creality Ender 3 V2 Neo, which is a 3D printer. And to tell you the truth, at first I thought, no, I'm really not interested. My shop is so full right now, I don't really have room for another large tool. And that's because I have spent a lot of years collecting all the tools that are in here. So don't tell me that you're jealous. Just be glad you're young enough to still keep collecting them. But after I thought about it for a while, I realized that there are a lot of things I could use a 3D printer for. I could use them for making certain things to aid in my wood turning. I could use them for my videography. I use 2 GoPro cameras, and some of the mounts, while they're fairly hardy, I just have a knack for breaking them. And some of them are, in the first place, a little hard to find, and in the second place, fairly expensive. I was down to the last of one of them, which I will show to you, and it's $25 just for this little mount. So I thought maybe I should say yes. And then I realized I don't really need to use the 3D printer in my shop. I can use it right here at my computer desk. And it's running right now. This particular print is just about finished. And I've done a number of other things. Some of the things I've printed, I've downloaded from Thingiverse or a number of other sites. Some of these pieces I did download from Thingiverse. It's got a swivel on here. These can all be turned differently. This was the original clamp, but as you can see, the threads aren't the right size, and even if they were, they're plastic. They're not strong enough to really tighten up well. So I changed that a bit. I put it so that I can have a nut in here, which this will turn on. And now what I need is the proper length of bolt so that I can tighten it up. Other than that, it works just fine. So that's just part of what I wanted to do. Now the part that I was talking about that can get expensive from GoPro is the male mate to this female. And that's what's just finishing right now. I'll show it to you. Now, this bed is at 60 degrees centigrade, which is hot enough, but this particular bed is flexible. So I can take that off, give it a bend, and it'll come right off. If I was to let this sit, cool off completely for a half hour or so, then this would just lift right off. But anyway, this is what it is. Fits right inside here with a little effort. They are tight. There you go. And now my GoPro would fit onto this, and I could put it on any flat surface that I want to. I could refigure this so I could put it onto a contoured surface if I like. I'm really enjoying the possibilities of this printer. Now this is the first thing that most people would print. It's just to test this little bolt. I believe it's called a benchy quite often. That turned out quite nice. I'm a bit of a fanatic for getting all the pieces I need when I get some kind of equipment. So of course I had to get more than one color of filament. My favorite color is purple. So that turned out just beautifully. And I'm going to show you what some of these are for at the lathe. Made a carabiner with a couple of different colors. Again, it's plastic. I'm not going to hang from the face of a mountain on this thing or anything, but it's kind of cool. You can clip it to the belt loop on your pants and carry something on there if you want to. Now this is a ratchet piece that I downloaded from Thingiverse. But I don't know how anybody ever got it to work, because the printing is right in here at the joint, and I can't figure out how to get that loose. If you know how, let me know. It would be great to learn that. And what is this? Can you tell me? I designed this in Tinkercad, a program online. It's threaded, and I'm sure many of you have guessed by now. This would fit into the lid of a box, into the recess, glue that in place, put this into the box itself in a recess, and then I've got a threaded lid ready to go on the box. And purple might not be the first color I would choose, but you can get almost any color of the rainbow and beyond that, so you can choose whatever you want to. And I did price these out in brass. I don't think so, Tim. So I'm going to show you a few things down at the lathe, things that these can be used for. All right, let's just take a look at some of the things I made for the lathe. And this is just the beginning. But this was the first thing I did. I just wanted to see if I could get the 1¼ by 8 threads per inch to work out right. And it did. Worked out just great. I was very pleased, feeling kind of cocky about that for about 1.5 minutes. So that was good to know. So then I made this. That'll thread in there as well. And I've misplaced the 1/4-inch rod I was using, but this is just so that you can center your faceplate on a piece that you want to turn. You can put a 1/4-inch rod down there, center it on a spot on the piece you're going to turn, and then you know it's centered and you can put your screws in here to hold it. So I thought that was kind of a good idea. Another thing here, this is just to protect these threads, so I'll leave it on here at all times when I'm not using this lathe now. It's got, as you can see, a knurled knob, so that was kind of fun to learn how to do. I would say that so far, the biggest thing about this 3D printer is that it is fun. Now this goes on my one-way live center, and it's just a soft tip. So now if I'm turning something and I want to just support it a little bit, not mar it in any way, I can just use this. And I made another one to fit the 1¼ by 8. I'm not sure why. It's not likely I'll ever use it, but maybe someday I will want to drive something with a soft tip, and that will do it for me. Now those are just a very few things that you can use on the lathe. Of course there are many others, and I'm looking forward to preparing some of those things. And if you've got some suggestions on what I can do, give me a shout. Drop me a comment, an email, however you want to contact me, and let me know. I'm always looking for ideas. One thing I should mention about this 3D printer is that it is incredibly easy to assemble. It comes in 3 parts. There's the base, and then the gantry, which you set on top, and then you just use 4 bolts, 2 on each side from the bottom to attach that. And then there's the display screen, and that just assembles very easily on there as well. And Creality has a video showing exactly how this is all done, and I will put a link down below the video in the description box so you can check that out if you're interested. Alright, just 2 more things I want to show you. I don't know if you can see it on the screen very well, but that is a knurled file handle. I got that off of Thingiverse, and I've put it into the slicer. Slicer being the software that actually sends the print job out. And this is what it turned out like. And I'm very pleased with that. And of course you can make them any size you want. You can put a larger hole in the bottom here if I wanted to put a larger file in there. Works great. Very pleased with that. I've been using this file for years with no handle, so no more of that. And perhaps the most important thing, a back scratcher. You can't have too many back scratchers around the house when you got dry skin like I have. So this was another Thingiverse thing with both the handle and the scratcher, and it's just a 3/8 inch dowel. Works great, trust me, I've tried it out. So, the only thing to say now is that Luke from Per Gear told me he's going to put a link to a discount for this in case you're interested. Even at full price, I'm amazed what this thing will do. So check that out if you're interested. I'm really enjoying it. So thank you so much to Luke for sending this to me. And I hope you've enjoyed this and that you'll come back for my next video. The back's still on its way, but I'm hoping to get back to wood turning any day now. How long have I been saying that? So again, thank you for joining me. Have a great day in your shop and be safe. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button. Let me know I'm doing something right. Subscribe if you haven't done that before. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.